Hey budget fam, it's Jordan from Jordan Budgets. Welcome to my channel if you are new. If you have been around here for a while, thank you for returning. Today's video is very exciting because I want to announce to you guys that during the year of 2023, we will be doing a new challenge together every single month. If you would like to participate in that, please go ahead and subscribe if you haven't already, because I will be doing updates. First, at the beginning of the month, I will announce what the month's challenge is. And then all through the month, I will be posting community posts to let you guys know how I'm doing. You can check in with me and let me know how you're doing. And then at the end of the month, I will do another video similar to this one where I sit down and I talk through how the challenge went for me. So if you're not somebody who's doing this as we're doing it and you're not active in the community post, at least there will be a follow-up video at the end of every month to kind of discuss how it went for me, maybe some tips and things that you guys left and I can share with the community in that wrap-up video at the end of the month. So let me start off by telling you guys what January's challenge is, and then I'm going to kind of talk through how I expect it to go. But again, keep an eye on the community post because that's where we can kind of share together and I can tell you guys exactly how things are unfolding for me and how it's going, and you guys can let me know any tips or tricks that you might have as well. For January, we will be focusing on our grocery budget. So we will be doing a grocery budget challenge. So this is not a cash stuffing, this is not a savings challenge in that way, which I just wanted to put that out there because this is such a cash heavy and cash savings challenge channel in general. I wanted to make the clarification that this is not really a cash stuffing challenge, but more a let's see how we can cut our grocery budget. Let's make some adjustments this January. Let's set ourselves off on the right foot for the months to follow and try to sort of rein in those costs. I've got to say though, you guys in the comments on a previous video, we were talking about this. Some of you guys' budget is really good. So before I even jump into how I want to handle this challenge and what I'm doing, please feel free to leave your own tips and tricks in the comments below, because I do want to start right off the bat by saying this is something that I need to improve myself. So I don't have all the tips, I don't have all the tricks. I will share what I'm going to be doing and what I think is going to help this month, but please feel free to share any tips or tricks with the community that you might have on this video so that when I make my recap video at the end of the month, I can share some of those things and I can test them out myself as well. So that was enough of a preface. So that was enough of a preface of what we're going to be doing. Let me talk you guys through how I'm going to be doing this challenge in the month of January, and also share some of the freebies that I'm going to be handing over to you guys. For these freebies, you don't have to sign up for any email list. You don't have to do anything. Literally just go to the description of this video. I will link straight to the PDF so you guys can have some of these same sheets that I'm sharing with you. I made them just as a freebie because I think it might be helpful in you getting your own grocery budget together if you're going to be doing some of the same things that I'm going to be doing. For this challenge, I'm going to break things down into different steps. Again, feel free to add or take away whatever steps you think might be necessary for you. But step one for me for the grocery challenge is to track all of my spending for the previous month as it pertains to my groceries. I think just like with any category, before you can set realistic goals for yourself and what you want to do, you need to know what you were spending prior. So instead of jumping back and trying to look at every single category, this month we're just focusing on groceries. Go back to all of your spending for the last 30 days, see what your spending was so that you have a good idea of what a realistic goal should be for you. I know for myself, lately I've been spending about $200 per week on groceries for myself and my kids. I am a single mom, so I don't have another adult that I'm having to feed in the house, but my boys can eat a lot. So step one, I've already done. I've already gone through my bank statements. I know that I'm trying to do better than $200 a month. What that exactly looks like, I don't know yet. I haven't completely finished this step. I think I'm gonna make my goal about $140 per week. I will say my groceries also includes like my disposables, my trash bags, things like that. Don't compare your budget to mine though. Compare your budget to what it was previously and see how you might be able to cut that down realistically. Step number two for me is going to create a realistic recipe book for myself. If you already have a recipe book for yourself, if you already know what kind of recipes you like to cook, you are ahead of the game. I have some set recipes that I like, but I tend to be a person, I'm not very good in the kitchen. I tend to be a person that just kind of buys a bunch of things and then mixes it together with meals that I'm comfortable with. I'd like to get away from that though. I will be creating, for my step 2, I will be creating a recipe book so that I know exactly what kind of ingredients I need, exactly what I need to keep on stock, exactly what I need to keep an eye out for at the grocery store. Step 3, after I know my recipes, after I know what kind of ingredients I should be kind of stockpiling and keeping on hand, step 3 is to create an inventory log and start writing down things I already have in the house and write down things that I would like to be keeping on stock. For me, I know that I use a lot of like breakfast sausage, I use a lot of eggs. We use a lot of recipes that have hamburger meat in it. I recently found out that it's a Southern thing to call ground beef hamburger meat. I thought everybody just called it hamburger meat. If you call ground beef, or if you call hamburger meat, let me know. I just realized that was not something that everybody says. On that same note, y'all, I was mid-20s before I realized everybody didn't say their own state, like when they were counting down, you know, like 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi. I thought if you like lived in Ohio, it was like 1 Ohio, 2 Ohio. Everybody counts Mississippi. I'm from Mississippi, so I didn't know that until I was well into adulthood. Anyway, point is you want to create an inventory log, and again, these are going to be in the free printables for you if you want these same printables that I'm using and that I have. You just want to fill out that inventory log so you can start keeping a log of your food items, and whenever you see sales for these items, you will be ready because you will know what you need. And that moves us on to the next phase, which is to start shopping around for sales. Some of y'all have been in this game a little bit better than I have. This is something that I just have not done. I have honestly assumed Walmart has better prices. Why have I assumed that? I have no idea. But how I'm going to approach the step of shopping sales is I'm starting from the bottom on this kind of an idea because I've never shopped different stores. I've just run in and grabbed everything from one store. So the way I'm gonna handle this, and honestly I think this is one of the biggest steps that's gonna be a game changer for me, is I'm going to fill my Walmart cart online because that's where I've always shopped and that's what I've always done. So whatever I'm thinking like I really need to get this week, I'm gonna fill my grocery cart how I've always filled my grocery cart on Walmart.com. What I'm gonna do then though is I'm going to shop the sales for a couple of different stores per week, maybe even just one store. I don't know how brave I'm gonna be as far as like comparing different stores, but I'm gonna give you guys this sheet if you want to do the same thing. I'm going to write down prices for Walmart where I would normally shop, and then I'm gonna shop 1 or 2 sales pages of local grocery stores next to me, and one store, for example, might have better prices on meats, one store might have better prices on vegetables and fruit, whatever. I'm going to explore this stage and see what happens, and of course let you guys know how it's going as well. But I think this is going to be the biggest game changer for me because I've already been looking at a couple of sales papers and I'm realizing that I'm way overpaying for meats at Walmart, and there is a grocery store right next to me that has fruits for like 1/3 of the price that I've been paying for Walmart. So for this step, I'm really just going to be tracking and shopping different sales papers, seeing how much it can save me per week. It's very experimental for me. I'm gonna see if the time is worth it. I don't think it's going to be too time consuming though, because with the internet we can kind of search those sales papers and know what we're going in to grab before we even get in the store, which is I am so happy it is that easy at this point. So that is it for the steps, and like I said, I'm going to be taking you guys along the path with me in the community tab, so definitely go ahead and subscribe and keep an eye out on the community tab for that. I think I'll do like weekly updates or at least a mid-month check-in, and then at the end of the month I will do another video where I have a full breakdown of how much things cost me week to week and how much I saved by not just buying everything at one store. I don't want you guys to get too caught up on the fact that I've only shopped at Walmart specifically. Sometimes Walmart might have the better price. My point more is to shop around and shop sales. You don't have to commit to one store. So if you shop somewhere other than Walmart, it might be worth it to you to check out Walmart's prices because you might be overpaying on a specific category somewhere else. Does that make sense? Let me know in the comments what you guys think. Let me know if you're excited. Let me know if you like the PDFs. And if you have tips or ideas or anything that we should add to our process and add to these steps, please let us know in the comments. Again, this is just something that I'm doing this month. This is my personal budget challenge for the month to get groceries on track. Every single month, I will share with you guys what I'm working on. I will share some free printables for you guys, and my hope is that by the end of the year, we've really dived into all of these different categories of our lives and of our budget without it being too overwhelming and trying to figure everything out in one month. So January's goal, or this month's goal if you're catching it late, just focus on groceries and think of ways to cut that expense down. So that is it for this video. Thank you guys so much if you made it to the end. As always, I love you guys, I appreciate you, and I will see you again soon. Bye-bye.